What happened at 2 a.m. that changed your life forever? I was 16 when I became the big daddy of the house because my actual dad abandoned us. No goodbye, no text, just woke up one day and he was gone. But I didn't even have time to grieve because my life wasn't about me anymore. It was about taking care of my 3 younger siblings. At first I told myself it was temporary. Mom just needed time to adjust. But every night while I was either working or studying, she was coming home with vodka breath and club stamps on her hand. And I guess when it rains, it pours. Because it was around this time that our relatives cut us off. My aunt literally told me over the phone that she was done enabling my mother's behavior. No backup babysitters, no one to call when I needed help, complete exile. The only thing that got me through it all was the thought of college. My mom promised she'd have her shut together by then, and I could finally pursue my dream of being an English teacher. So even when I told my mom to apply for government benefits and never saw a dime, I wasn't mad. And even when I was basically raising 3 kids while trying to maintain my grades in senior year, I still wasn't mad. And it was all worth it. Because when my acceptance letter finally came, tears were streaming down my face. Happy tears. It was from State College, and I had gotten a full scholarship. I immediately ran to my mom. I thought she would hug me, or at least say well done. But no. Wait, you actually got in? Was the first thing she said before bursting into laughter. Yes, Mom, you're not going, she interrupted. My blood went cold. She continued. Don't be so effing selfish. Who's going to watch the kids if you're gone? Everything in me was screaming to anyway, but I couldn't. Because I knew leaving my siblings meant abandoning them the same way my dad did. So I just nodded and left her room. Then came the night that really changed. One of Mom's boyfriends was over, and they were making out on the sofa. So I did what I always do, and told my siblings to stay in their rooms and play Uno. I was fast asleep at 2 a.m. when I heard it, my door creaking open, and her BF stumbling into my room. Before I could react, he was crouching over my bed and grabbing my chest. You're like a younger, hotter version of your mom, he mumbled. I shoved him back hard and felt something pop in my wrist, but managed to lock the door. The next morning, my wrist was swollen and purple. Mom rolled her eyes when I showed her. Stop being so dramatic, Rachel. He was just drunk, and I could have just asked her not to bring another man home. But her boyfriends helped pay for things when I couldn't. So instead, I made a deal that destroyed my future. Mom, I'll drop out of school and work full-time if you never bring another man home. Yes, yes, that is amazing, she responded without hesitation. 3 jobs became my new normal. Diner at dawn, retail all day, cleaning offices until midnight. The only good thing in my life was Tyler. He was a boy I had met at the diner, and he just got me. When he noticed my uniforms hanging loose, he started bringing me sandwiches between shifts. Sometimes he'd even babysit my siblings when I needed to rest. So there I was, on my 3rd shift in a row, wiping down a table, when I fainted. Luckily, the paramedics told me it was just severe dehydration and anemia, meaning it was a quick fix. They brought me to the hospital for some checks. I still remember how the nurses' faces contorted when they found out the news. No one wanted to tell me what it was, but I knew it was big. They made me sign dozens of forms before telling me. You're 8 weeks pregnant, the nurse said with a completely straight face. I stared at her blankly, looking for any sign that it was some elaborate prank. Long story short, it wasn't. But none of it made sense, because I'd been taking birth control for months. When I got home, I tore apart the house looking for my pills to check the expiration dates. I couldn't find them anywhere in my room, and something told me to check my mom's dresser. That's when I saw it. Some of my birth control pills had been replaced with sugar pills, all to trap me as the family caregiver forever. I knew I had a decision to make, one that would not only change my life, but also the lives of my mom and siblings forever. Full story on channel, link below.